Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am showing you how I got this look using the brand new Physicians Formula palette. I picked up the color Tropical Days. I believe there's two different palettes, and I think the other one is called Sultry Nights, but I'll link it below for you. Anyways, if you want to see what I thought about this palette and how I got this makeup look, just keep watching. So I'm super excited to try this. So it says it's new, at least to Canada it's new. I got the Tropical Days. They have two different shades. One has this green in it, which, you know, if Shoppers Drug Mart had it, I would definitely go for it as well. But this one here, so it has three different areas here. So I guess what they're trying to do is you can do a full look with this quad, you can do a full look with this quad, and you can do a full look with this quad. Right away, it smells like I'm on a beach in Mexico. It smells so good, you guys. If you are sensitive to smells though, I don't know, it's pretty strong, but it's like their bronzer. It smells like coconut. I love it. I'm not very sensitive to that kind of thing, so I'm all for it. What am I gonna do? Right away, this shade right here, this Heat Wave shade, this one right here is calling my name. Like this whole section here. So I think I'll work with that for today. If you guys do want other looks, just let me know and I'll be happy to film that. So for today, let's get into it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my Sephora crease brush, dip it into that Heat Wave shade. Right away, I can tell it's gonna be super pigmented. So I'm gonna just basically dust this all over my lid and see what happens. Whoa, it's super pigmented, you guys. You do not need a heavy hand at all when you're going in with these shades. You can definitely smell it applying it onto your eyes. So again, if you're sensitive to that, just so you know. This shade is beautiful though. They are very easy to blend so far. Just keep going to the consistency you want. Alright, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into that shade Sand Dunes right here, and I'm going to put that in my crease. Bring it down onto my eye a little bit. Then I'm going to go in that fluffy brush again and make sure there's no harsh edges. Now what I want to do is clear up sort of this area here because I put the rust shadow pretty high up. So I'm going to grab, which one? Barefoot in Brazil. These names are awesome. I'm going to grab Barefoot in Brazil back on my all over shadow brush, put that on there, and then start cleaning up the edges here. Not as bright as I'd like it to, so I'm going to go into White Sands on top of that, and I'm going to switch it to my MAC 275 SE brush. So once you get that to where you want it, I'm gonna go in with, this has no name, but I'm basically wanting to pull up the shade Sightseeing, so this one right here, and it's one of their shimmery shades, so I'm kind of, yeah, a denser brush is going to be able to pick up those shimmery shades better. And instead of just doing what I was doing with the other shadows, I'm really going to press it into the lid to get majority of that color and apply pressure and then slide it on. These shades are beautiful. I cannot believe how pigmented they are. Alright, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Sephora crease brush and I'm going to go back in to that first shade I used, that Rush shade. Pick it up and I'm going to connect from the top to the bottom. Is key, you guys, especially these shadows, they blend so easily. Using that same brush, I'm going to go in with that second shade we used, which was the Sand Dunes. I'm keeping it closer to the outer part of my eye. I don't want to bring it in. And kind of do a patting motion. And then flick it out. And I go in lastly with that same white sand shade. I'm going to go in with the same MAC brush does that on the inner. Alright, so once you do that, I'm going to quickly go off camera, put some mascara on, and then come back and tell you my final thoughts. I'm back. I just put some lashes on. I put on Rum Punch by Tarte. I felt like the color matched well with the eyeshadow look. Back to the main guy here. Physicians Formula did it again. These eyeshadows are so buttery, which I didn't really expect anything less. Like, they're the bronzer. These are just as good, you guys. Totally different purpose, but they blend well. The smell is amazing. There's so many different looks that you could do within here. I just did one. I did more of a soft look. I do really, really like the color Heat Wave, like the main color I have on my eyes. I would definitely recommend this. I purchased this for about $22 Canadian, but I do know that it goes on sale. So if you guys like this video, you want to see maybe some other looks within this palette, just let me know and I will film that for you. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. And I think the other one's called Sultry Nights. Anyways, this retailed